Okay, so again, since we weren't in school on Monday, I have both lessons in our module that we can go through real quickly, even though I know we don't have our books at home. We are going to continue with compound sentences. And the reason that these are so important for us is because when we don't use compound sentences, many of us have, as a result, run-on sentences. Okay, that's a title on this chart here. And what run-on sentences do is it's just one sentence after another without any punctuation. And it's hard for the reader to read without any breaks. So the way to do this, to fix it, is we're going to take two complete sentences by breaking up that really long run-on sentence, and then we're going to combine it with one of our conjunctions over here for the fanboys. Okay, our focus phrase, or I'm sorry, not the focus phrase, but the model sentence. Let's look at it. It says, her voice was high and her words jumped around like grasshoppers. Okay, this is a complete sentence because we have voice as our subject noun, was is our verb, and then our and is our conjunction. And then we have a second complete sentence, word, subject, noun, jumped is our verb. Now, the run-on sentence, had we not put that conjunction in there, would have sounded like this. Her voice was high. Her voice was high. Her words jumped around like grasshoppers. So I couldn't even hardly read it because it just doesn't make sense, right? So in order to fix those long run-on sentences in our reading and our writing, we are going to add conjunctions. So our focus phrase is I use a comma and a conjunction to join two sentences, right? Okay. So then if we would have gone on to the lesson for today, if we'd been in class, I'm going to show you another one here. So we have our model sentence about her voice being high. Okay, and I want you to notice in this sentence, there is some figurative language because her words are being compared to grasshoppers jumping. Right, so I tried to use that in my sentence too. His hands shook, but his voice was as clear as a bell. Okay, so hand, subject, noun, shook is our verb, but is our conjunction. Voice is going to be our second subject noun. Was is going to be our second verb. Okay, so compound sentences, making our writing more fluent. Right now, what's new is we're going to practice identifying simple or compound sentences just so we can kind of get used to what we're doing. Okay, now you are going to need your Seesaw code to get into this. And we only have access to the QR code. So you have to click this and you're going to have to print it out in order to use it. Bitsy just came in. Okay. And then when you go to the Seesaw activity, you're going to see where you're going to do some sorting between simple and compound sentences. So if I was to add here and I was going to do this, I'm going to take my sentence, I like ketchup on my cheeseburger. I have one subject noun. I have one verb. On my cheeseburger's a prepositional phrase, and I don't see any conjunctions, so this is going to be a simple sentence, right? Okay, and just go through all of these. We have them kind of stacked on top of each other. Make sure you hit the green button to submit it so that you get credit for it. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for POP today. If you have any questions, send us an email.